Kelly, did you hear that?
I heard.
There's something going on with Alfonso.
I'm scared.
Hold on. Let me move the camera around. Hold on. All right, hold on. Here we go. What's going on? Alfonso.
Alfonso, what's happening? Oh.
Take it. Get out of here, you tie wearing wimp.
Michael Papajohn, that's kind of almost a little harsh, wouldn't you say?
You know, I just stay in character at these conventions. I have a really good time.
Well, for those of our viewers at home, this is a man who's been in a lot of films this year. He's been in Transformers. Other years he's been in Longest Yard. He's been in Terminator Salvation. But a lot of us comic fans know him best as the man who straight up shot Uncle Ben. It's a pleasure to have you with us. He's here with us as courtesy of Cool Waters Productions. Thank you for being here. It's great to be here. Sam Raimi on the set always told me my evil created Spider-Man. I gotta say, it seemed like almost unremorseful. I mean, those villains that are proud of their work, those are okay to be afraid of, but your villain just seemed like almost, I don't want to say cowardice personified, but just a man who was easy to hate. You know, I don't think you're right. You know why? Because I played that character as a guy that was very desperate, has probably never shot a gun before, and needed the money to survive. That's how I played him. That's a very good point. You know, now I think about it, that's probably more on point than what I said. Now, is that the actual gun that was used in the movie?
Absolutely not. It
broke.
broke.
Of course not.
See? No. It's my prop gun.
Well, I did see the pictures at the stand, and that does seem like a pretty accurate version of the gun that was used in the movie.
The gun I used in the movie was actually a little bigger.
Now, did you do any of the reading of the comic books before getting into the movie? Like, did you see the actual plot line?
That's Margot Kidder. She's
oh my
famous.
God! Whoa! We're getting some cross company work here. We have Marvel and DC. Margot Kidder.
Hi guys, come on down. If you're watching at home, this is fun. Oh, I look up there. You'd think I'd know after these years.
This is why it's so
None
much
other
fun.
than Lois Lane. Yeah. This is amazing.
You know, she just walked by. I mean, this lady is famous.
Well, so are you, aren't you, dear?
Well, I'm trying to. You are. I mean, you are huge. Huge.
This
Did
is
you see
great,
the
and I
line for
love
autograph?
Chicago.
I did. I saw a line for. If you remember, yesterday I pulled that Superman, the one with that big chiseled chin, away from your booth. You're doing the photos with him like you were flying.
I just had two men dressed as Supergirl. That was interesting.
That happens, unfortunately, sometimes a lot at these conventions.
I'll get rid of them if you need me to.
Okay, I'm going
All
to
right.
leave you
All right.
because
Bye,
I've got to
Margaret.
get back to my booth and
All right.
sign. But come on down, everyone. It's really fun.
Thank you so much for stopping by, Margot.
Okay.
Hey,
This is crazy at this convention. People
she just did a foreground cross. Did you see that, Margot?
I did
Kidder?
see that. I mean, wow.
And I
That's
spotted
just.
her. I'm gonna track her down.
Do you think we
man.
should go rob her later? Or?
Well, we'll do it. She's making a lot of money. I may, on the way out, knock her over the head in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? I got a 17-month-old, and I got to put him through private school in Los Angeles. So why not rob Margot Kidder? Any press is good press.
You had the training for it. You did the acting. Now, back to the question we had before that surprise. Did you do any of the reading on of the comic book storyline that happens?
Absolutely, I knew nothing about Spider-Man before I got Spider-Man. I did For Love of the Game with Sam Raimi, and Grant Curtis called me up and said, "Hey, Papajohn, Sam wants you to come read for this part." And I read for it as the burglar, and I got the part. And I was actually, once I dove into it and knew listen, it's a supporting role, but it is a role that, like I said, my evil creates Spider-Man, so I really dove into the comics and started learning more about him. And I realized now people around me read these, not just Spider-Man, but other comics, and at a young age it can actually change your life, because with great power comes great responsibility.
Indeed. Now, I also stopped by your booth, which is, again, here courtesy of Cool Waters Productions, and you had pictures from all the other films that you've been in. And if I'm not mistaken, I thought I saw a Spawn picture. Was I correct?
Oh, where is the Spawn picture? Let's bring it out. That's old school, man. I had, I hit that. I hit my little son around because he wouldn't eat he wouldn't eat out of the dumpster.
I'm not sure we have it here with us,
Let me
but
see, man.
also for those of our viewers at home,
an
there it
oldie but a
is.
goodie. An oldie but a goodie.
I recognize that character. That's why I was like, whoa. And now that you mentioned that scene, I remember it vividly. That was something else.
Zach's dad, I think that's the name of my character. But I actually had a scene cut out of the movies. My son was saying bye to me, and it was kind of an emotional scene, and it got cut. I hit the editing floor.
Was that in any of the DVD versions and deleted scenes, possibly?
You know what? Maybe they should redo the DVD and put it in the deleted scenes. That movie's still hanging in there.
Well, it should be coming out for a 10-year release pretty soon. 10-year or 15-year release?
I like the way you think.
Hey, you never know with these movies. A lot of different versions come out. Now, Michael Papajohn has been more than kind enough to actually autograph a couple pictures for us here at the UFragTV Pomecast.com booth. And we're going to flip through some with his characters from Longest Yard, Terminator.
Longest Yard, you mentioned it.
Longest Yard. I remember seeing that movie. That was one of my favorites.
I played guard Papajohn. Adam Sandler let me use my real name, which was kind of cool. So we're going to have our assistant take that. And then I got, cool. This is my first time to be on the set in Spider-Man. This is the first day to be with Sam Raimi. And that's when Sam Raimi pulled me off the side and said, hey, your evil creates Spider-Man. And one time during a take, he said, I want to see Satan on this take. Pretty cool.
That's a good way of doing that.
I've never said that story. Oh, a classic but a goodie. A classic but a goodie. Awesome. We're moving right along, assistant. Oh, for the kids. You know, you always got to bring in that. What's that guy's name? I forgot his name.
Tobey Maguire.
Oh, yeah, Toby. Toby, I remember him. And this is good for the kids. They like this shot. Moving right along. Oh, this scares me. I scare myself. You know, when I killed Uncle Ben, I cried. You know, when I shot Uncle Ben, I made you cry.
I did cry a little during that scene. I'm not going to lie.
Freebie, the man who shot Uncle Ben photos in a magazine article I give to all my fans or customers that want a shot, a little free little, the man who shot Uncle Ben.
He has a giant poster of that also at his booth, courtesy of Clearwater's Productions.
And don't think the Sandman shot Uncle Ben, because when I startled the Sandman and the gun went off.
You and I both know. You and I know. Terminator
Salvation. Okay. You know what? I'm going to tell something for the first time. It would have been an R-rated movie because she was topless. And I come up over the hill with the gun, and it was kind of a rape scene. Didn't know if I was going to rape her or, kill her. And they put the top on her and made it a PG-13 movie and cut my scene up a little bit. But I worked with Mick G. It was the second time I worked with Mick G. I did Charlie's Angels with Cameron Diaz.
Right on. Well, there you hear it. Another scene, the way it should have gone.
Oh.
And there's also one more, a big one. You were a certain character's father that a lot of fanboys might have to get through you first.
Now, I'm Megan Fox's daughter in Transformers, okay? It's a big responsibility being Megan Fox's dad, right now especially, and I know you're going to be trying to get her number from me, but it ain't going to happen, okay?
I can, maybe if I set it up for Margot Kidder to go a certain route, maybe some leverage, I'd scratch your back, quid pro quo.
We can work something out, definitely, if you hook me up with Margot Kidder's money bag.
All right,
what
we'll
I wrote
see.
Here, we have a little, tell me if we're wrapping up here.
Don't,
you can read it.
Don't ever touch my daughter, his daughter. She is more than meets the eye.
And you know what? I want to say one thing more about Transformers. You know, who says, you know, I had some scenes that got cut from that, but I still stayed in the movie and I don't die. That sets you up for a sequel. But we need to find Megan Fox's mom. Who's it going to be? Flesh out her character. Is it Angelina Jolie, Courtney Cox? You know?
I don't know. Angelina Jolie would be at the top of the ladder for that. Another strong female character for a strong female persona in Transformers.
Charlize Theron, Jennifer Aniston.
You're putting curvaceous thoughts in my head. I wouldn't know.
I don't know. It'll be fun to cast that role anyway.
Now, aside from seeing you in all the movies, if fans wanted to be able to catch you online, you mentioned off this interview that there's a number of websites. Where would fans be able to see you?
They can see me. They can go to michaelpapajohn.com, spelled like the pizza, michaelpapajohn.com. And someone in the South is building a Facebook fan page, and they do a pretty good job. I actually go there and learn about myself. And I'm on Twitter, Michael Papajohn.
Sometimes do you forget all the different roles that you've been in all the different movies?
You know, I kind of like know what's the gossip going around, what's going on this internet that I may be coming back for Spider-Man 4. So I'm kind of following about True Blood. I'm in True Blood.
That's right, True Blood. He's coming on in the next season of True Blood.
Not this Sunday, but next Sunday, August 16th, and I don't die. So
Now,
you know,
question:
who knows?
which one's more evil, the man who shot Uncle Ben, killed the Pillar of Strength for Peter Parker, or